Hey, it's Mark of Mark's Dodgers Cards. Been a little while since I've made a video. This video is going to be a recap of my time at Dodgers adult camp and some tips on how to prepare and what to expect if you're planning on going to something like this. It was an awesome experience. Got to basically feel like what it's like to be a major leaguer for 3 days. I got to do it with one of my oldest friend. We've been friends since we were 7, and my best friends growing up, and it was just awesome to experience the Dodger experience with him since we're both huge Dodger fans. Yeah, it gives you a really unique view. We got to play lots of games on the field. We got to do a home run derby. We got access to lots of former major leaguers, Dodger stars who are our coaches. We got access to the Dodger facilities. It was an awesome experience, and you got to see the stadium in a totally different view and really get a different perspective on watching the game. Yeah, once in a lifetime experience. I was really glad I was able to do this. This was for my 50th birthday, and made possible by my parents and my wife. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing this again. It's a huge expense, but it was really an awesome experience and more than I thought it would be. So I'm gonna basically walk you through what the camp was like, and I'll throw hopefully some pictures and video throughout here, and I'll just keep talking, but we'll make it so things come up. We'll just go day by day, and then I'll have some tips for how to prepare for something like this if you're planning on going to a Dodgers camp. And then I'll show a bunch of the stuff that I got, including a bunch of autographed cards that I got signed. So there will be some baseball cards in this. So day one, we arrived at Dodger Stadium in the afternoon. There was going to be a Dodger game that night that we were going to go to. There was a little reception. We got our Dodger t-shirts. I got it's a LA, there we go. LA Dodgers adult camp kind of warm-up shirt. And I got a Shohei Ohtani bobblehead because it was bobblehead day for Shohei pitching. And anyway, then there was a bunch of presentations. We got to hear Oral Hershiser interviewed by the Dodger historian. He talked about his experiences. We got to hear from a couple other people. Eric Karros showed up. He was unexpectedly because they were playing the Rockies and his son plays for the Rockies. Dontrelle Willis, the Dodgers pregame commentator, was there, who also was an amazing pitcher. And we got a lot of autographs and opportunity to ask a lot of questions. Or Hershiser spoke with us for like an hour and a half, maybe a little less, but it was a lot of access. And then we went to the baseball game, which was great. We saw them play the Rockies. They won. Mookie Betts hit a grand slam home run to really seal the game up. And yeah, so that was a lot of fun. It was really cool because we went to a game, and then the very next day we got to go on the field. So the next day was day 2. This was the first day where we'd be playing, and we got to go on the field, got to go in the dugout. We did warm-ups on the field, then we broke into groups and did batting practice with both in the clubhouse area. After you go past the dugout, you go through, there's the locker room, and there's also batting cages, so we did there. Also on the field, we had batting practice, and then people shag balls. You had time shagging balls in the outfield and in the infield. So you get a real sense of what the stadium's like. Then after all that, we got the big reveal of our lockers. So we got lockers with our uniforms. That's part of it. You get a uniform with your name on it. I picked number 49 because it was before my 50th birthday, and I was 49 years old, and I wanted to remember how old I was when I went. Yeah, so you get the locker, and then after that, there was we were divided up into teams, and with major league coaches. So the teams were Team Russell, which I was on with Bill Russell, and Mickey Hatcher was the other coach. Then there was Steve Garvey, Team Garvey, Team Ken Landro, and Team Rick Dempsey. And some of the other coaches were Fernando Valenzuela Jr., Jeff Weaver, and I'm blanking on the other one, but I'll probably remember at some point. Anyway, we played a game. Team Russell, I will just say Bill Russell was not the best coach. He was very quiet, not interactive with the players that much, didn't tell stories, didn't really coach. He basically sat in a chair most of the time, not even in the dugout. And the other coaches were much more interactive. Mickey Hatcher was awesome. But anyway, they basically said, pick your own positions. I ended up playing all the outfield positions and second base. And everyone was really like kind of cooperative. Everybody's just getting there, trying to have a good time. So people switched off really well. There were 13 players on each team, 13 campers on each team. And the ages ranged from like the 30s to the 70s. And it didn't really matter your skill level. Everybody's just there to have a good time. And everybody could experience all the different positions that they wanted to. Pretty much. And then we had the game. First game we lost, but that's okay. And then we had dinner, and after dinner they had a home run derby where they brought in the fences, and you could try and hit home runs over the fence, or you also got a point if you hit balls into the outfield on a fly, which is pretty hard. And I didn't do too well. I got a couple points for hitting a couple balls into the outfield, but that's about it. Day 3 was 2 7-inning games. Also, there was picture taking. They took pictures of all of us for little baseball cards, and you can also buy pictures that they send. We also got a tour of the stadium. We got to see the Dodgers clubhouse. We got to see the Dodgers training facilities. We were all on the visiting side, so our lockers were the visiting side. Of course, the Dodgers they were in their season. It's their home lockers, so they're all being used. So we were all on the visitors side. We got a tour of the stadium. We got to see the press box. We got to talk with the Dodger historian. We got to see all the Gold Gloves and MVPs and all the historic things which were there, which is really exciting. And then game 4 was a championship game, and this was a 9-inning game. We were in the losers bracket. We had gone 1-2, so we played a team that we had already beat, the one team that we had beaten, and we won again. That was a lot of fun. Not that it really mattered too much, but it's nice to win one. But the championship game was really cool because they called you out on the field with your name. They had the Dodger organist was there. The Dodger DJs were there. They announced when you came up to bat, and they played walk-up music for you. And it was really like a championship baseball game. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. And also you could have guests come. So my parents and my wife came, and then at the end, they let them onto the field too. And so I got to play a little catch with my wife, and my parents got to throw the ball a little bit. And it was a lot of fun. The access to players and the facilities was really the highlight of it. We had a lot of conversations with former major leaguers who basically told stories about their time in the big leagues, and you had complete access to them. They would sign anything you wanted. They would have conversations with you. So it was really great. Fantastic experience. Met a lot of really great people as part of the team. Yeah, really just incredible, once in a lifetime experience. All right, here's some things I wish I would have done, or I recommend doing to prepare if you're going to such a thing. Number 1, I would try not to be on Bill Russell's team. I mean, honestly, he doesn't really talk to you. He didn't really show much interest in the players. Mickey Hatcher, though, was awesome. He was just great. Number 2, prepare physically. Everybody was getting wrecked. People were straining things and, doing, pulling things. We're not used to like sprinting and going from 0 to 100. And I'm 50 years old. So that took a toll. I went to but the good thing is they have a training room. They've got a full training room with physical therapists, and they will stretch you out, give you massage, give you ice, anything you need. I saw them probably 10 times in 4 days. And that was really helpful. But if I would have done this again, if I would have prepared properly, I would have done some sprints in the month and a half leading up to it. So I was used to that. I would have done more stretching and yoga and things like that leading up to it. Number 3, I wish I would have taken more pictures of myself on the field. I wish I would have brought a camera with me and had people just ask people to take pictures of me at like second base or at, in the outfield or whatever. I wish I would have documented that a little more. As it is, they do take pictures. I got some great shots, but I wish I would have done more of that. Number 4, to prepare, definitely do batting practice and practice throwing and just do a lot of that in the lead up to it. Less for like being able to hit and more for the getting your body prepared to do lots and lots of swinging and throwing. Yeah, the other thing I just mentioned, this isn't really like advice or anything, but it was really cool. There's a wide range of ages. There were people in their 30s and there were people in their 70s. There were people of all different physical abilities. There were some people who had to have pinch runners for them every time they hit, so they would swing and somebody would run. And then there were people who were in really good physical shape. It was a real mix, and you think there's 13 people on a team, maybe there's not going to be enough playing time, you're going to be sitting on the bench a lot. People needed the rest, people needed the breaks, and it was actually kind of like the perfect sweet spot of a number. And number 6, bring stuff to get signed. These are, major league players. They are great players, a lot of them World Series champions. You could bring anything you want. My friend brought a bat, and he got a bat signed by all the Dodger legends who were there. They gave us a ball. I got a ball signed by everybody, but I also brought a big fat stack of cards, and I'll show you those. Now I'm going to turn the camera around and show you some of the physical things that I got out of this, including a bunch of signed baseball cards. All right, so here's some of the physical things I got. I got this ball, which then I ended up getting signed by all the Dodger legends who were there. Except Oral Hershiser, because I asked him to sign cards. By the way, the other coach was Jerry Harrison Jr. But yeah, so anyway, I have this ball. I got, in addition to the other people I mentioned, I also got Manny Mota, who was there, and Steve Yeager, and they were there on the last day, so that was really cool. So there's that ball. Then they gave us they have these stadium giveaways where they do World Series rings, and this actually has some weight to it. It's pretty cool. So this it says adult camp, and it's a replica World Series ring. So that was kind of nice. Let's see, put that there. Then they gave us this, this little Fernando Mania pin. They gave us another bobblehead, I forgot to mention. In addition to the Shohei one, I got this Will Smith one. There we go. All right. And then I got a lot of cards signed. So first guy I got was Oral Hershiser. I mentioned that we were each able to get 2 items signed by Oral Hershiser. So I got his rookie card, but then I also got this special card. This is his minor league pre-rookie card with the Albuquerque Dukes. And yeah, he was real nice. He mentioned he thought he wished he had a better haircut in the picture, and it was kind of funny. I did not bring enough cards for some of the players. So Mickey Hatcher, this is the only card that I brought with me, and I got that signed. It's from my 89 top set. Rick Dempsey, I asked him to make it out as World Series champ, which he did. Again, from the 1989 top set. Ken Landreau. And then I got a lot of cards signed by the 2, I guess, greatest Dodgers that were there, Bill Russell and Steve Garvey. First, I'll talk about Bill Russell. I mentioned he was a pretty terrible coach because he didn't really interact with people or spend a lot of time with talking with the campers, and spent most of the games sitting in a chair, not even in the dugout, and not coaching. But he was very open to signing things, which was great. And so I had him sign basically his entire vintage run. So 1970s his rookie card, second year, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, and then I had a couple other random ones that I got, 87 Fleer, and then I took this out of my 85 Fleer set. So that was that. Then we have Steve Garvey. And Steve Garvey, we actually had a opportunity to have a very long conversation with him. My friend Mark and I and a couple other people were sitting in the clubhouse while some other game was going on, and we ended up talking with him. He ended up telling us baseball stories and football stories. He really wanted people to know that he was a great football player in college, for about an hour and a half. And we just sat down and my friend asked him to sign a few cards, and then I just kind of slid my stack in front of him while he was telling stories, and he went through and signed probably you'll see about 20 cards. So his rookie card, my 72 card is graded, so I didn't get it signed, but then 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 81, and then I had just this other random stack of cards I had gotten in a Facebook group, a whole bunch of Steve Garvey cards for $5 or something like that. So I gave some of them to my friend, and he used them to get signed, but then I got these signed. So, these are like early 80s cards. So I just got autographs on all of them, because why not? He was there and signing. So, and another 77 and that. So in addition to these things, they also gave us a Dodger yearbook. And of course I got my Dodger uniform, that included jersey, pants, belt, 2 pairs of socks, fitted Dodger hat. So yeah, that's my Dodger camp experience, my experience as a member of the LA Dodgers, in my mind. So yeah, anyway, it was really cool. It was a great experience. Yeah, I'll be back to making more regular content with baseball cards and pickups and whatnot. But for now, that's what I got. Thanks for watching.